Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Rachel Esther, and for those of you who do, welcome back. So today I decided I'm gonna do a spontaneous beat. Don't have nowhere to go, don't have nothing to do, but we're just gonna have some fun. I don't know what the look is supposed to be. I don't know where we're going with it. We just picked the color and we're just gonna go with it. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Before we get into the look, make sure you guys take like 2.5.2 seconds out of your day and subscribe, and also make sure once you do that you hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a video. And without further ado, let's just get into this beat. But we're just gonna beat my face. That's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna do the do. Alright, so boom, jumping right into the look, we're going to start with a nice, sexy base of Bare Minerals Concealer in the shade Tan. Blend that out, Then we're going to jump in with the Makeup Revolution Concealer in the shade C11. I like to go in with the secondary concealer because this one's a little bit lighter and brighter, so I feel like it picks up color as well. Being that we're using some bright colors in this video, I wanted to make sure that I had a good base. So we're going to jump in with the Jackie Aina palette in the shade Big Wig, that nice matte purple we have going on there. To be honest, Big Wig is one of my favorite purple eyeshadows because it is the perfect purple. It's not too bright, not too dark, doesn't make me look like I got punched in both my eyes, so that is why I'm using it in this video. But my technique is basically to pack it into the crease area as much as I can and blend it out as much as I can and go back and pack and go back and blend. There's really nothing fancy. It's a lot of blending, to be honest, just because with colors this bright, I like to make sure it's blended out as much as I possibly can and not too patchy. To be honest, looking at it now, one eye was kind of blended higher than the other, but obviously I was able to correct that as things went on. But I've been out this eyeshadow game for a little bit, so y'all just gotta bear with me. But realistically, blending is my major advice when it comes to using especially bright colors on your eyes. So after that, I just go in with a little bit of concealer. I don't like when dark colors are too close to my nose area. I just don't like the shape that it gives my eyes. So I just clean it up with my concealer and then I blend it out with a clean blending brush. Then after that, I like to go in with a little bit of my pressed powder and my skin tone just right underneath the brow bone to kind of blend things together and make it look a little bit more seamless. So we're going to go in with a deeper and darker purple, which is ABH Subculture's Rowdy. It's a nice kind of smoky grayish purple, I want to say, and we just use that to darken the crease a little bit since the purple that we started with is so bright, because I did want this to have a little bit of depth, a little bit of smokiness. We did the same technique, just packing it in and blending it outward, and then I took a little bit more Big Wig and added it above where I added the Rowdy and just blended it out. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut my crease. There's nothing special about how I cut my creases. I just use a very fine brush and then a regular concealer brush, and I just blended it out, made sure it was nice and even and as straight as possible. For my lid, I started with Jilted from the Urban Decay Electric palette and put that in the inner corner area on both of my eyes. I didn't bring Jilted all the way in the middle because I wanted to start with a darker purple, which was Shookington from the Jackie Aina palette, the one and only, and I kind of bounced between the two purples till it felt right. I wanted it to be almost like an ombre, very seamless, very blended, just nice blended. You know, blend is my favorite word to use. And then after that, I went back in with Rowdy from the Subculture palette to just darken the corners of my eyes a little bit more, add a little bit more depth, and then I just finesse my eyeliner. If y'all want more of a tutorial on how I finesse my liner, I'll put the link in the description box because I definitely have a tutorial for that on my page. So watch that, because this is just a quick version, obviously, but you know, the wings are a must, so the wings were finessed, and I ended up going back in with concealer after the fact and cleaning up all the excess dark eyeshadow. But that's really it for the eyes. I went ahead and put my lashes on. Like I said before, there's no crazy technique on how I put my lashes. In the same video with my liner, you can see how I put my lashes on as well. The glue wasn't dry enough here, so that's kind of why I look crazy and I'm just fanning myself till the glue dry. But I'm gonna go ahead and pop that other lash on so I could be fluttery and floaty, and it just, oh my god, I love lashes so much. It just makes everything feel super complete. So this is really what I want to talk about, the skin. So in the winter time, I get super pale, so my foundation is a little bit dark. So what I did was I mixed it with a little bit of the Makeup Revolution concealer, because that one is a little bit more of a pinky tone and it's obviously a lot lighter than everything else. So I felt like that kind of helped my foundation match my skin a little bit better. It did feel a little bit dark to me still, but you know, I liked it. I liked the faux tan look. So what I've been doing now is I go in with my contour concealer before I do my under eye concealer, just because this concealer is actually like really dark. This first time you don't really see how dark it is. You don't really see it till you get to the other side, but I definitely went back in and corrected that side to make it match that side, because I ended up putting more on one side. But realistically, I don't know. I know it's a dark color, and I know I probably don't need a concealer color that's so dark, but it just makes me feel like handsome Squidward. I feel like I look nice and chiseled to the gods afterwards, so we're not going to complain about it. Went in with my under eye concealer. You already know the vibes. Bare Minerals, Bare Skin Concealer. Started with that. Then to add a little bit more of that brightening effect, we went in with the Makeup Revolution. Just added a little dab to each spot. Blend that out till I feel like a nice blended cloud. There's something about blending out my concealer and seeing how I look before I mattify that makes me feel great about myself. I just love how my skin looks, especially with this concealer. It just looks so nice and dewy. And like I said before, I went in with my concealer brush and cleaned up around the eyeshadow to just make the line sharper and kind of get rid of any excess shadow that was, you know, making my eyeliner look crazy. We just wanted things to look super sharp, super blended, on point. Right, so time to set it, y'all. So I went in with my Juno & Co. velvety sponge to set my face. That's become my favorite sponge to set my powder with. I wasn't a fan of it for the foundation, but I definitely like it for the setting powder, because it picks up the powder and it holds it and distributes it so well. So I just go in, pat my powder, and I brush it off as soon as I put it on. I don't bake, because if I bake for too long, my skin is very dry, so it just absorbs entirely too much oil and it almost makes me feel like chalk on my face. So it makes it kind of crackly, and I don't like that. So then I went in with my pressed powder, the Colourpop powder in the shade Tan, brushed it all over my face while I blended out that setting powder. We're gonna go in with some blush. I will put the name of this blush in the description box. I know it's Tarte. I don't remember the color. I think it's Feisty. And blend that out. I love blush. Oh my gosh, I love a good peach blush. We're gonna line the waterline. We're gonna excuse how I look because I forgot how to line my waterline. And then we go back in with the shade Rowdy, brush that out in the waterline. We're going to take a little bit of black from the PRISM palette and brush that out as well. Well, blend. I should not say blush. What? Brush? Can I talk? Anywho, we're going to add this pop of glitter. So I just took some clear lash glue. Not even going to lie, I never use glitter glue. I always just use lash glue. Duo glue peels off fine and it doesn't really hurt or anything. So I just went ahead with that and some chunky silver glitter. This glitter is from Fluttered by Row. I found it on Instagram through this other influencer. I don't remember. Beats by Deb. That's who I found it through. And I just really love how her glitter looks. I was like, whatever, I'm going to buy a bunch. And I put that in my inner corner. I don't know who told me I was bold and I do glitter in my inner corner, but we're feeling bold. We were feeling bold today. So I went ahead and like brought it kind of upward, almost into the lid a little bit, just to, I don't know. I told you I was feeling fancy. I was feeling frisky. We're going to line our lips with the BFF3 pencil from Colourpop. And then we're going to go in with this nude from MAC. Please don't ask me the name of this color. I really do not know. And it faded away. And I wish I could answer that. Mascara on the waterline so I could just feel like my eyes are complete. Didn't like the matte, so we went in with the patent glosses from MAC in the shade Innocent. And then, of course, highlighter. I used all of the highlighters in this Smashbox palette. And that's it. That's the finale. I hope y'all love this look. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to let me know how y'all feel about all of this. Look at me, a hot mess. But then, boom, a baddie. I'm Rachel Esther, and never forget, stay beautiful, stay booming, and stay blessed.